Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back, I guess, if you were in the show with us, no sound before. But we're back. It's the Funshop podcast with Greg and Ron. We're streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Do I ask you how you are again, Greg?
Look, man, I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah. Sorry, I have
remember
technical difficulties.
If you are listening, can anyone say they can hear us now? Is anyone listening? Is anybody out there?
Yeah, please let us know if you can hear us. Comment.
Is anybody listening?
Yeah, let us know.
Okay,
please.
Johnny says we're here.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I take complete responsibility for that.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
that's all right. You guys didn't miss anything. We were talking about mayonnaise for like 10 minutes. We're not doing that again.
With
Topo.
Sriracha mayonnaise is the best. And aioli. Yeah.
Aioli from Spain. And who's that? This is our first dog that's on camera, Nena.
Yeah, Nena.
Nena.
Welcome in. Hello.
Hi, Nena.
Did you check her passport before she came in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did see.
She's Belgian.
Check and see if Ice is around. We got to make sure that.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess the listeners didn't miss much. I just partied all weekend. Greg went out, grabbed some things.
Yeah, I went to Pierce and Torrance.
Yeah.
Bought some fun stuff. Actually, I don't have it with me, but one thing that, interestingly, that I did buy that's kind of cool, I need to post some of it on the Fun Shop. But it's... I got all this stuff that belonged to this African-American artist and collector. He was like a huge African-American collector of just like photos, paintings, art, objects. And part of the collection was all these people that had wrote him of stuff they had for sale.
Oh.
And they sent him photos. Mm-hmm. And so it was just interesting because it's something to think about. Like it wasn't that long ago. It was like probably late 80s, early 90s. Mm-hmm. But thinking about, pre-internet, how you would, but, at the point where there's a lot of Polaroids. Cause like you figure back in like the late 80s, like Polaroids were like still pretty hot and like pretty inexpensive. Like I think now I'm sure it's a lot more expensive to shoot Polaroid, right?
Yeah, and now they have a lot of the digital stuff now too, so it's like it's gotten kind of affordable, but then the cameras aren't, so it's a mixed bag. But
yeah, we should just get into it. We got Topo here. He just got in yesterday from Mexico. Hey, Topo.
Welcome in.
Woo. With Nena.
We already said that, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We can welcome him in more
Nena
than
is
once.
the main character.
Yeah, Nena is the main character. She's super cute.
Hello.
We went to Ike's.
Yeah.
Earlier. That's like one of our new
shout out to Ike's.
Shout out to Ike's.
Ike's love and sandwiches.
I'm like, yeah, dude. I love that bread.
Yeah, that Dutch crunch.
Can't get enough. They have so many vegan options.
Yeah.
I mean, Maciel still is our like go-to vegan sandwich joint.
Yeah. Shout out to Maciel's. Ike's is pretty good. I like how they have exclusive ones at each different one. The downtown one, I wanted to try their 40-year-old virgin, but yeah, the Burbank one has the John Ritter.
We brought Topo there acting like, oh, dude, you got to try this crazy ass.
He's like, oh, I've been there. I've been there.
So that was good. My very first meatball sandwich.
Meatball sandwich ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Really? Yeah.
Just never had one?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
I might have to take you out for more then, because I'm kind of I'm into meatball sandwiches.
If you're a connoisseur, yeah, I'm down. I'm down for the tour.
But I'm also
stuff me with meatballs, please.
I enjoy the bottom of the barrel too, because I will eat a Subway meatball sub. Like
there you go.
I think that's like kind of like you can't consider. I mean, not me, but like in general, if you're not a vegan and you consider yourself an American, you can't talk shit about a Subway meatball grinder,
right?
Because that's like the, like that's what you were getting back, like you're. It's like you went to Subway and that's what you got.
Yeah. But I will say this. I like the Subway meatball better than the closest Italian restaurant that serves meatball sandwiches. That's horrible. But that says more about
That's because you grew up in like
New Jersey.
Like
that's right. I grew up in New Jersey. What were you going to say?
So Southern California, where there's not like a lot of Italians.
No, I grew up in New Jersey where we had more pizzerias than burger places.
And you thought Subway was better. Well, back then they probably used real meat.
And what I'm saying about the meatball subs is more talking about how bad the Italian spot is next to me, rather than saying how good Subway is, because this Italian spot is not good.
Oh, in
near me, near where
here.
I don't want to. Yeah, here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Like not in New Jersey.
Not in New Jersey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where are you going to get good Italian food in SoCal?
Oh no,
Pinocchio's.
I mean, we're in Eagle Rock.
No, there is some place called Pinocchio's, I think, in Burbank.
Are they
Okay.
liars?
Yeah, like the more
Who knows?
the more when you keep asking them a question, the meatball grinder just starts growing.
Wow. I'd want to be lied to all the time.
So fake.
It's all fake.
But I go. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I go for any sandwich that has the mozzarella sticks at Ike's. You get a
Yeah.
sandwich with mozzarella sticks in it, you're gonna win. Or he had a meatball sandwich with jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, that
in
was
it.
bomb.
Like what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Very
we're,
happy.
we're- I
Luigi?
think that if it was, you when you said it though, when you were like, oh, this is like stoner food, I was like, oh man, it totally is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why we like it so much.
Yep.
Yeah. We're a bunch of stoners that like
Yeah.
stoner food.
I'm a
Oh, well.
stoner too. Yeah.
On crunchy bread.
So what are you doing in LA, Topo?
Well, I need to get a picture of her right in front of the Scientology building.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Remember that picture?
Oh yeah, with Romy.
Yeah, we got that picture.
Got the
so now
picture with
I
Romy.
need to recreate that picture
No.
with Nena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Franklin Village, the Celebrity Center.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you should go in that mask. Tell them you want a reading.
Well, if you'll allow me, yeah, I'll do it.
Is that spot
That's
also
a
on
good
like
segue
Bal-
to get rid of this thing.
Yeah,
'cause
why don't you get rid of it? Because you're gonna
honestly,
like.
man, I don't know if I
I
can
didn't
do
know.
this
I
thing.
thought. Well,
and I'm
actually,
beautiful,
you
you
put
know.
the- you
I
put
might
the-
be more beautiful than this. Wait.
Oh, there he is.
He's bringing
There's
sexy
our
back.
There's our friend.
So yeah, I want to get a picture of her there,
No. Yeah.
and then I also want to get a picture of her under the Hollywood sign for sure.
Oh wow.
Oh, we'll have to tell you. We know there's a park that's like a really good park. That's like you
For the
don't
doggies.
for the dogs and to see the sign.
Oh, okay.
So you
yeah.
can get it. It's like not like a secret,
Like-
but it's not like
It's
all
n-
the way up there.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
at
yeah.
this one. It's kind of like it's actually pretty close to Franklin Village.
Okay,
So you could
I'll
take the
take you up on
photo
that.
and then
Yeah.
it's we'll
Is that
figure
on
it
your,
out.
is that on
Yeah.
your
I
fountain?
also want to
Huh?
Is that all in your fountain where like root shop is and all that?
No, that's like a little more like where I used like where Tommy's is by the 110.
Gotcha.
Like just the beginning of Hollywood Boulevard.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then it's like you kind of go,
Sorry.
yeah.
Where is
I
it?
also want to visit that pine from Blood In, Blood Out. I want to get a picture of her
Who?
next to you. You haven't seen that movie?
Is that
Blood
a
In, Blood
is
Out?
that a taco shop?
No, man.
I feel like I have.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
Oh,
seen
the
that.
skinhead one.
No, it's the Chicano movie,
Oh,
man.
the Chicano one. Okay,
That's
yeah,
why.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I went tacos
With
I was like, the taco
Miklo
spot.
and Crucito. No,
Dude, you know, I think that's one of those movies
think you
that
have to
that it
rewatch that
just
movie.
like it's.
for sure.
I mean, dude, there's movies that I feel like I thought I seen, and then I'll watch them recently, and I'm like, I've never seen this.
No, that's
So
an
maybe I
epic
never
one.
did.
Yeah, Blood
for,
In, Blood
for
Out is
you
great.
here in LA, I think
Yeah, I
you should
gotta
watch that
see it.
movie.
Yeah.
It's an epic story of a Chicano family and all
the gang life.
the gang life,
Yeah.
and Vatos Locos Forever.
Oh,
and
that's
all
what
that.
that's from.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where that's
okay.
from.
So I'm sure I saw it when I was younger.
You
but
might
I
have.
was like- or
It's a
saw
long
part.
ass movie,
It's cool.
man.
There-
It's like
yeah.
an almost 3 hour long movie or something, and it's a really epic story for sure. So
Yeah.
I recommend it. And so I wanna. That's like a very iconic like part of the movie.
Part of it.
Yeah.
And so I want to go and check it out. And yeah, I've been trying to take a lot of pictures of her at iconic places.
Yeah.
So she has the picture under
She has
the Eiffel Tower, and
No.
this is her 36th city now
What?
since we started
Damn.
traveling
World
together.
traveler.
See, she should have her own
Nena.
Instagram.
Wow.
I guess so, but I don't know. I don't want to.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's
extra
a lot of
work.
work. So people can just come and visit her in my Instagram, and then maybe get a tattoo.
Yeah.
If they get a tattoo from me, then she gets to travel some more.
And where
Oh.
are you going to be tattooing when you're here? Are you allowed to say or?
Yeah, I should be. I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I should wear the mask again.
No, I mean no. I mean, it's just if you want to get a tattoo by Topo.
If you want to get a tattoo by me, you can come to. Well, for now, I'm gonna be in a few shops around LA.
Yeah, just follow the Instagram.
Start at Memoir Tattoo near Melrose.
Okay.
On Beverly, and a few other shops after that. I like to move around, man, and like I have a lot of friends here in the community, so it's good to visit them and like share the work. I like to think that I do a very particular kind of tattooing, so
Right.
it's good to spread it around and show it to different people, you know. So
Yeah, I feel like you probably have. Have you had anybody that was like, that was like, oh man, I've been wanting to get tattooed for you in a while, and I'm in LA.
Well, that's the
That
thing,
does
you know?
happen, right?
Yeah, and I try to move around as much as I can, but life happens, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just kind of get stuck in one place, or can't go to a place that you really want to visit for a while. And so now it's been 5 years since I last was in LA. So it's been a
Damn.
minute. And yeah, it's been good. Like I started kind of throwing out there the idea of coming to LA, going to New York, going to Berlin, going to different places around the world. And the place that was the most receptive and most like active trying to get me to go there was LA. So
Yeah.
it was kind of no brainer. I needed to.
At least there's life.
Every
out
once in
here.
a while, I get this feeling like I need to move around. You know, like I get this thing where like if I feel stuck in one place for too long, the creative juices kind of stop flowing, and the ideas kind of get like a little.
Maybe that's why I've had no ideas lately.
Let's move around,
I know,
man.
man. I need to move around.
Hey,
I keep
man.
on telling you,
Yeah,
you should
I've
come
been-
to
yeah,
Mexico
I know,
and stuff.
man.
But
I know.
I've been talking about road trips for a
I'm
while
stuck.
now. Talking about
well,
just
but
going
one
out.
step at a
Yeah.
time. We can do either the
One
road
step
trip
at a
across
time.
the country.
I'm just saying it's happening.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
happening.
do that
We're
one.
doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down to hit the road.
Yeah, I would love to. That's one thing I do. You know, like I was thinking lately. I was like, damn. You know, I was like, I've never really been around America.
But that's what I was just asking Ronnie
Yeah.
if he's ever done the cross country.
I've done the cross country once.
How
I
was
did.
it? How long did it take?
It took me like 5 days,
So that's
but I was
too
by
fast.
myself. Well, that was also because I was trying to like I had to be
You have to be
here by
somewhere.
a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if I
And
if
also,
I,
you don't want to spend too much money sometimes when you have
Well,
to do it. You know.
yeah, it
Like-
got to
like-
the point where I like when I first drove, like I was like looking up like antique malls,
Right.
and like stopping, and then after a while, I was like, I
This is
gotta
gonna
I
take
have-
forever.
I was just like, I have to
Yeah.
drive like 10
Yeah.
hours a day,
Yeah.
for it to make sense.
Yeah.
So it was just like one of those things where it was like, okay, after
little
10
grueling,
hours, got a hotel.
I'd be thinking
Yeah.
about like vehicle maintenance because I mean every 5,000 miles, right? You should service it. So I'd even be thinking like, how do I have to service my car on the other side of the country, to make it back?
I don't know. I think
with
you probably
with
I
maintenance,
guess.
vehicle maintenance to me is very important, especially if
Oh.
I'm stuck in places where I've never been to and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm not
so
even-
I'd like to plan that out.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that because I had a
that's-
U-Haul, so it's not like.
Are they? Yeah, they're just designed to go without needing service.
Oh
like,
yeah,
for-
yeah. I mean, you could
Wow.
just drive cross country. There's like
I
no-
then I could probably do it too, and just service it once I get back. But I'd like to be on top of things, If it's every 5,000 miles, I'm there every 5,000.
That's why you don't do so many road trips. Then I guess.
I do, yeah,
think
but
you
I got it
can't-
serviced every
The
time.
thing is, like, I feel for those kind of trips, you can only plan it so much. So
Right.
So you really have to eventually just
Say F
get
it.
off and
Well, I guess the one good thing
I don't want
about
to get stuck. You get stuck somewhere.
yeah, you
with
get
a bad
stuck in
car.
too much planning. I guess.
well, the one thing that's kind of scary, but like I was telling someone this, and they were like, "Oh, I would never do that." But when I was driving, like I just found out that Holiday Inn was the best spot for me.
Right.
Because it was wintertime. They had an awning so I could drive my truck under it. Because there were certain things I wouldn't keep in the truck, like
Right.
because I was moving my life, and I was like, I had like a bag of stuff that I'm like, I don't want.
And it was always
Yeah.
formatted the same.
Yeah, and they were all formatted the same. So you rolled up, and then you could get a car, and so it was just like a really easy in and out. But I would just literally like after 10 hours start looking for the next one, and I would like book it when I was in the parking lot because it was that like how you changed all the hats. That's a good one.
Yeah, this one's nice.
3 Mile Island.
I feel nuclear now.
Yeah,
You do, yeah, you look nuclear.
Atomic.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like that's one thing I do kind of like about how, easy it is with like, where you could just like, yeah, you could kind of play it by ear and like, you don't have to really worry. You just
That's
do
the
it
thing.
online.
The world has been commodified a lot,
Yeah.
and so there is a lot of help, and you can go out there, and if you stay within a certain realm.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't want to do like what's his name, Henry Rollins, like I think like years ago he did things where like he's like, oh, drop me off in like the middle of somewhere with just like a
Right.
backpack.
Yeah.
And he has like no phone.
Or kind of
No
like David
nothing.
Chu with the whole thumbs up America type of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Which is
right.
now he's now doing it in Thailand or something, and
Really?
he's just like doing it again.
Well, he knows what thumbs up in Thailand means, right?
No.
Oh.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Don't
It was
look at me. I'm Chinese.
It was just. I don't know. It was just a joke with no punchline. I mean,
But
it's
yeah.
just
Best
like,
podcast on earth. We got jokes with the punchlines here.
well, no, it's like you don't. It doesn't need a punchline.
Yeah.
You're
It's like
like-
whatever. It's like
you're like-
whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
Honestly, like I do like the unknown. You know, like all the last tours I've done that have been successful
Yeah.
have had no planning ahead. It's always been like a plane ticket and a network,
right.
which we all have.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
right.
we all have enough for a plane ticket and just use your network. You know, like I'll
Yeah.
just make it so my ass is suddenly in Spain,
Right.
and then I'll just take it from there and try to connect the dots.
Well, that's one thing I think about too. Is like, you know, I of all the times I went out to Europe, I never like went around Europe, and I always
Right.
felt like that's. But then it's like when you're there, it's you don't think about it, and it's like my buddy was like in like France for like a couple months, and then he was like, "Oh, I decided to go to like, you know, this country or this country," and it was just like an hour flight,
Right.
and then you're just like another country,
And
like,
that's the thing, you know, once you get used to living in a place like California where you're driving so much every
Yeah.
day and you're stuck in a car so much every day, that same thing translated to a lot of parts of the world. I'm not just going to say Europe, but
yeah,
like just there's so much change. Even in America, there is change once you get in that
Yeah.
car and start driving away from your comfort
well,
zone,
yeah,
you know?
of course, yeah,
But yeah, there's something about that unknown feeling of like trying to put your hands and your talent or whatever it is you were given
yeah.
to some use and connect the dots and find the stuff that you love in the way, you know? So that's why we're here pretty
Yeah.
much to answer
Well, you
that
know me,
question.
man. It's like anywhere I'll go in the world, I'll just look for like the best like junk stores or like flea markets.
And you'll probably find it, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
That's
maybe you need to make shorter trips, you know, because that's the only, or
No,
have
no,
a good
no, no,
setup to send the stuff back and all this stuff.
No. But I do want to go travel and just like create art and like
Yeah.
chill out.
I think
maybe.
that's the thing. That one of the main things I had to learn once I picked up that lifestyle
Yeah.
of getting out there and stuff is that you're dude. Like I want to grab so much stuff out of here,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
just
it's hard
said
to
like
be-
I could grab these. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I can only keep so many of these things,
Right.
you know, and so and I can only carry so much of it around and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the one thing about being a collect. Like it's, I was, you know, that's the hard thing for me is because I'm just used to having so much stuff around.
Right.
But I don't, not that I need to have, or I could have a little bag.
I told
of
you it
stuff.
was haunting. To me, the first time I saw your collection live,
Yeah, yeah.
and I saw your entire basement look like you lost at Tetris, bro. Game over. You know, like that shit is done.
Right.
And it was top to bottom, and then you started opening those crates, and it was all straight up jewels. Like I could never let it go.
Yeah, yeah. No.
And you tell me that sometimes, yeah, I do let him go.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't. I keep the
Yeah.
ones I really like.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful, and then I try to organize it or maybe show it or
Yeah.
maybe auction it.
Turn the mic.
Well, that's
But-
like, yeah. I mean, I've been selling a lot more, but I mean, that, honestly, though, you know, for me, that's why I even like, you know, being able to have the podcast in here
It's
because
very useful, yeah.
you know, before, like, you know, I might have said this on the podcast, but when Ron and I were talking about doing it and stuff, you know, like the concept of having the studio in here was like kind of daunting at first
Yeah, I
because
bet.
this is, you know, this room got to the point where it's like you couldn't walk in it.
Yeah, not only
You
that,
know?
it's filled with your dearest possessions that
Right.
you can only show. You only want to show to so many people.
Right, but at least with
But
this,
then,
it's like they
yeah,
can come
you
in
can pick and
here,
choose
pick
and,
and
like-
choose. People can see stuff
Yeah.
on the screen, and then like when they come, you know, the whole idea is like, you know, you sort of see the background, but then when you come in here,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, oh man, there's like a lot of like
Yeah,
you're
the-
really in it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So, yeah. So do you? I mean, well, you have a kind of semi-permanent spot in Mexico now, right?
Pretty much, and I've been able to collect here and there.
Yeah.
a
What have
few-
you been collecting?
Well, I have some of your art that I
Yeah.
hold dear, and I also hold dear. Dude, I have this piece from from Johnny that we drew together.
Johnny Ryan.
Yeah, with Johnny Ryan, and we did like a Rusty Trombone collaboration type of thing,
Okay.
and that's beautiful. That's hanging in my studio, and he also did the 6911 Never Forget
Lovely.
with the Twin Towers being fucked by the plane in a 69 manner, which is genius. You know, an O.J. Simpson portrait from Johnny as well, which is amazing.
Wait, do you have an original 6911?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It's not signed, but it's drawn by him, and I have the picture of him drawing it, and I would never sell it. But,
well, no, I just was curious.
but it's like,
that's a good one.
he drew it on my book. Remember, we had like a big ass book filled with paper,
Yeah.
and we were drawing and drinking, and yeah. And so I have those. I have a lot of like little, mementos like that of like sharing time with artist friends.
And then you must have a lot of stuff from like tattoo artists and stuff
I
too,
do.
right?
I have a lot of Lyle, especially Lyle Tuttle stuff, and some Jonathan Shaw.
Yeah, we were talking about the Jonathan Shaw auction right now.
Yeah, he actually
Potter.
stayed at my place. He crashed.
yeah?
it. Yeah, you should come. Come and
I know, man. Where's Shaw?
We're in Mexico.
Yeah, we're in Mexico City. Pretty much very.
What city?
Mexico City.
No, which city?
In the Mexico
Come on, dude. This guy.
The city.
The
of
no
Mexico.
punchline jokes,
The
man.
city.
No, now they call it the
God.
CDMX.
The city of Mexico.
City of Mex.
Yeah, and then it's like.
Are there like areas of Mexico City or like, yo, I live in El Norte?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a massive city, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I can't get to say that I know the whole city, even though.
What's
I've
your
lived there
favorite part of the city?
Well, I live pretty much in the center of the city. Like
Yeah.
if you cross it with an X, I would be right dead in the middle.
X marks the spot.
And I'm very close to like the historic downtown, but I'm also very close to like the new gentrified, full of American area. And it's cool enough.
El Starbucks.
A lot of Starbucks, yeah, and good illumination and safety walking in the street and all that stuff is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It changed a lot over the last few years, but you can still find a lot of culture in Mexico. I like to go to the luchas. I like the food. I like the tattooing scene is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, there's a good vinyl toy scene there too.
Also.
Yeah, bootlegs.
Frank
sure.
Mysterio, you know
Yeah.
him?
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's part of my crew.
Yeah.
too. And for sure.
I like that guy.
I met him a few times.
I'm
He's
sure
a
there's
massive
more.
crew, so.
I mean, I love Mexico. I mean, I wish I need to go there. I got to do it soon. I got to come out and see you and maybe
Yeah, man.
hang around.
I'm
draw
sure
some
you're gonna
twerks.
find a lot.
Find the
of good
vegan
stuff.
restaurants.
Yep, there's a lot of that.
I'm sure there's some good
Oh,
joints.
find the house
a lot of
music.
toys,
we want the house
Mexican
music
house.
in the drum and bass. And
Yep. A
I
lot of
think
bootleg toys.
I missed out on the. I wish I feel like if I would have went years ago, I could have got better deals. Now
Oh, dude.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
it's where because
The cat's
back
out of the
then
hat.
cat's
Yeah.
out of the bag. So
Yeah, but still.
I just need some Alarma magazines now.
And yeah, no, I'm sure we can find you some of that. And honestly, even though it's kind of, it feels like the secret's out there, so to
Yeah.
speak, or whatever, and that Mexico is getting over gentrified in a way. I don't know, man. I think it's always been kind of like that. Mexico has always been so welcoming
right.
to different cultures and has always been like a refugee type of country, even during the war and all that stuff. Well, not the one right now, but it's all the same, like people usually found a safe haven there, and so even with that change, it's just a normal evolution.
Jesse
of the
Ventura lives
economy.
there.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
He moved
In
to
Mexico
Mexico?
City?
Yeah, he lives in. I don't know Mexico City, but he lives
Oh.
in Mexico.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that.
I wonder who else.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some people.
Yeah, a bunch.
Are there? Do you still? I mean, are there still like flea market, like pretty regular flea markets in Mexico City?
No, that's the thing, really. Mexico City was built on a flea market, basically.
Yeah.
Because even in the downtown, the historic downtown, it's kind of crazy because the Spanish came in and they built their city on top of the Templo Mayor. Templo Mayor was like a big ass pyramid, and over there used to be markets way back when, before the Spanish people came up, you know? And so they built the city on top of that, and there's markets around markets around markets. But there's always been a market in the
Yeah.
city.
El Mercado.
Mercado, or they call it tianguis, really.
What is it?
Tianguis are the ones
Tianguis.
that happen like over the weekend
Oh,
mostly, or
okay.
all over the city. But yeah, when they usually set up a tent outside and there's a bunch of people selling goods, that's usually called a tianguis in the city. And they're happening any day of the week around
Yeah.
different parts of the city.
Yeah.
And there's different ones. They have a Hello Kitty tianguis, for example, every Saturday and Sunday, and you can buy anything you want from
So
the Hello Kitty universe, you know, and
Yeah.
they'll even make you a Hello Kitty tamale or
It's interesting because because it's kind of like, here in a lot of ways, like the one thing you learn, there's a lot of like, especially with the, flea markets and like with like the storage units, a lot of
Yep.
Mexicans are involved in the like resale culture here,
all the stuff that gets thrown out here. And
Yeah.
it all starts like coming
Oh,
out.
and then it all comes down to
It all
Mexico.
comes down to Mexico.
Yeah.
And there's like a sifting process going on where
Yeah. That's
like,
smart. That's
it's
interesting.
just coming from sometimes as far as New York,
Yeah.
and it's making all their way through America and suddenly making its way to Tijuana. And from the Tijuana, they start sorting it.
Yeah.
They have really bomb flea markets in Tijuana for sure every
Really?
weekend. And then from there, it just starts going down all the way down Baja, all the way down continental Mexico too. And yeah, man, it's like you're always on the lookout.
What about
you know?
now though I'm looking more for like I was telling you, I was looking for like, I need to find, I think when we go out there, I need to find like where the good like paper stuff is.
That's the thing.
Like
That's
old
what-
photos.
Mexico, in a way, and especially the city,
Yeah.
is very much separated in different sections for different trades, you know?
Oh, okay.
So there's always like the spots where you can find a lot of
Certain
same
types of
thing.
stuff. Yeah.
And so, yeah, there is places for you to find like the old magazines and all that type of
Do they have any
material.
good Chinese food in Mexico?
It's starting to get better, man. In the beginning, it wasn't that great, to be
Well, I was
honest.
just
when
trying
got
to,
there.
because I never heard if you want to.
I already know this is going.
I never know
Yeah,
if you want to go to Mexico.
yeah.
so
There's one Chinese restaurant in TJ I want to go to. I think it's called Hong Kong. or
Yeah,
something.
man, that's a very good restaurant for you. I think you will
I don't
really
know.
like their egg rolls.
I think they might like my egg rolls.
No, I mean, yeah. Is there, what, I guess Mexico City's pretty metropolitan, so you could probably get
For sure,
all
man.
types of food out there. Like, it's not
Anything, man.
even.
And
like,
right now, honestly, that's the big thing. You know that, especially the central area of Mexico City, because if you start going to the outskirts and the more like popular areas,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it gets rough. You know, and it can get rough pretty quick. You know,
Like in which way?
well, it's just the
Like you're just
scenery.
like, I just shouldn't
you
be
can go
hanging around
from
here.
modernity to, well, like here, bro.
Right. Right.
Even here, you can find that in LA.
Yeah.
If you don't know.
Well,
where
I think
to
that's
go.
like anywhere,
It
right?
can go
There's just-
from very like modern and very posh to very ghetto, very.
Well, yeah. There's just
Very
certain
well.
places that you just don't really go unless you live there.
I
Or you have
I
business.
get that. I don't look at it that way too
Okay.
much,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's a wrong assumption either. You know, like
Right.
you do have to watch out because when you are going to the places where you don't know, well, you fuck around, you might
Yeah,
find out.
right.
You
Sure.
know, but finding out is not always a bad thing. You know, like because maybe you find out they have some bum food there, or that
true.
they have some like maybe that's where you find those magazines. You know,
Yeah.
and so.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. That's where it's like.
In LA,
That
like,
might be where it's
Yeah.
at and where you might find it for the right price.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
Or the fair price, you
in,
know?
in LA, some of the best parties are in those sketchy areas, but they're not like dangerous,
Yeah.
but it's just like sketchy.
And so you always have to kind of, keep an open mind and keep your ass covered a little
Right,
bit
yeah, always.
and just like try to navigate that shit with, well, being humble and curious.
Yeah.
Never get nobody into trouble, I
Right,
think. You know,
right.
like being over curious and like not at all humble, that might get you
Right.
into trouble,
Yeah.
you know?
Right,
And
no
so,
self-awareness.
yeah, it's all about a balance, I guess, Mexico is very safe though.
Sage
I feel
advice.
very safe in that city.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm a
it's.
huge man and I'm like, yeah, but I've never run.
I mean,
into a
look,
lot
there's
of
violence all over the world.
I think so, yeah.
You know, and if you're tuned on the news, you're not going to hear about anything else going on in the rest of
Right.
the world unless it's
Yeah.
something crazy, right? So
Yeah.
you're just going to assume. Yeah, I mean, I remember when like they were protesting ICE here. Like I had friends that were like scared to come here because
Right.
they thought it was just like
Well,
total.
I was, man. Like
You
the,
were-
the news.
Yeah, the news
last
made it sound
night
like it was crazy.
Were
They do that
saying
with
like
every place, it
ICE
feels
has
like.
been deployed to airports, and I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
great. Let me get on a plane now.
I mean, there definitely are at the airports, and they have arrested people, but
sure.
you'll be okay.
I think so, man. Like I walk in with a little
little
doggy
dog.
like this, like
How was it though? Like,
hello.
what was it? What were the TSA
Hello.
lines? The TSA
Hello,
lines at the
TSA.
airport for like 8 hours. Where was that recently?
I think like in
Dallas.
it was like
or-
Houston. I think.
Yeah, somewhere in Texas,
those,
like 8
yeah.
hours. It was like
Yeah.
a nightmare.
yeah,
That's crazy.
People couldn't leave,
couldn't leave. They lost
missed their
a lot
flights.
Of,
Yeah, what the hell?
But you
like a
you were
nightmare.
fine, right?
I was totally fine, man. Dude, the border patrol was hugging Nena, asking me for my Instagram, which I do not have because that shit is bad for your brain, and you know,
Yeah, yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Right,
but,
right.
But it was all kosher, you know. Like,
Oh, Nena.
totally good.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, customs isn't fun, but if it could
Dude,
be
it can
fun,
be anxiety inducing.
I
To be
know,
honest.
I used
like
to-
like being a Venezuelan artist, you know, it's kind of crazy because like the first time when I met you,
right?
I didn't give a fuck, man. I think we've known each other for about 10 years plus now.
Yeah,
And
maybe
a little bit
maybe
longer.
more at this point. Yeah,
But yeah, like around 10,
because it was
11
before I
years.
moved out here, right?
Yep.
So I've been out here
But
11
you were
I met
years.
just
you in
moving in,
2015.
remember? And so I think the way we really,
Maybe 12,
we
yeah.
linked up in Miami for
Right, at the
Art
Secret
Basel,
Walls,
and
yeah.
we did Secret Walls, and I was a little wild,
Yeah,
and we won.
yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
Were you in my team?
I think so. Yeah,
So we won together. We
together.
had that bond.
Yeah.
And we beat the other fuckers.
yeah. That was
They-
that was probably that was like a really epic.
Dude, it was a violation of
Yeah.
their rights
Yeah,
to
that was a
exist
pretty epic one.
and be happy that night.
Yeah.
We destroyed them.
That was a really fun night.
Yeah. It was awesome. And so
Yeah, I
we had a
remember
lot
you
of
were
fun.
like, because I remember you were all like fucked up. Or
Dude, I
Nah,
got
it's
shouldn't say.
It's
I got
and you were like, I just
so
remember you were
high.
throwing out. I think I still have it somewhere in my collection. You were throwing out these like
Venezuelan bills?
Venezuelan bills that you put a stamp
Yeah,
on
so
it.
that's the thing, you know, like I think that was probably then around 2014.
Yeah, something like that.
And so Venezuela had just been through the shit, man. Like their money became confetti, basically.
Right. Yeah.
The bills were worthless, you know? And so I had bags of those bills. And I made it out of Venezuela after a long year of learning how to tattoo and doing a bunch of art for like super rich people in Venezuela, like either people who were connected to the government or like they just had money.
Yeah.
And they started buying like really sick art that I was producing in Europe before that. And I just made enough money to become a nomad, like in 1 year. I just put it all together and I said, fuck it. I want to go back to Europe. I just want to be full on nomad. And I got invited from PES, from Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Somebody got sick and couldn't make it to that Secret Walls, and Pez recommended me, like, yeah, that's my boy. You should take him. And I had like a luchador mask already, and I had like a bunch of bills, bags filled with those bills, but I didn't have enough like business cards or nothing. So I
Yeah.
thought, fuck it, I'll just stamp these bills and give them out to people and throw money at them and like make it cool, you know? And it was really cool.
No, it was. I mean, that's something I vividly remember when I first met you, and I thought that was really cool because I was like, I didn't know a lot about what was going on, maybe a little bit because I knew Carlos, so I
Yeah.
kind of knew that, that things were bad. So I thought it was also cool meeting another artist from Venezuela.
Yeah.
But also the fact that you were kind of, like doing that.
Yeah, we out there.
I know. But yeah, aren't you? You're doing. Did you say you're doing in Secret Walls soon? No, I was telling you Lamore
We
is.
just did it.
You just did one.
We did one in Miami. And it was fun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. the whole Art Basel thing, Basel, whatever you want to
Yeah, it's
call it,
kind of like
it's
played
kind
out.
of fussed out, and it's like it's still going on, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like the same way where we were
Well,
all connecting so much and meeting so much people and making real bonds. You know, like
yeah.
I sparked a lot of real life friendships from going there and sharing our art and doing our thing. You
Yeah.
know, and then yeah,
Well, I mean, I actually, oddly enough, I was talking a little bit earlier to Nick Gazin, and he just told me he went to
he
Miami.
hated me.
He did.
Remember that? He told me he was gonna end my career because
You-
we beat him so hard. Dude, we destroyed those guys. I'm telling you, they couldn't be happy anymore. And Nick actually went into my face and said, I'm gonna destroy your career.
It's like a WWE wrestler here.
Guess
Yeah.
it didn't work
I
for
love
you,
it.
buddy.
I
I'm
love
still
it.
here.
Topo, I'm coming for you.
I'm back, bitch.
I'm going for the gold, sucker. Topo, we're coming for you.
Nah, but that, I mean, I think that was the closest I've ever been to be an actual luchador, you know, to get
Yeah.
that feeling.
That was dope.
And I was high as fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I remember doing a lot of debauchery that day.
Yeah,
It was fun.
I don't know if you got to meet Naib, but that's what we were. He had gone down back to Miami like a week ago to hang out with Naib.
Yeah.
Did you ever hang out with
No, I
Naib?
don't think I did. No.
Oh, yeah, those were because we ended up staying at his guest house,
Okay.
and we had definitely had some fun times there. that was when he was still living next door to Diddy.
Oh,
But that's another
wow,
story.
Okay.
Yeah, on
That's a
Star
long-
Island.
Okay,
Long
that's
story.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you were able to go to
No.
partake in any of that stuff.
Oh, no,
but,
not that kind of debauchery.
no. We were just next
I'm not
door
on the
to
Diddy
it.
tapes. Don't worry.
Yeah, we were just next door to it. We
Oh,
weren't,
okay, sure.
We weren't involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White party.
Oh wait, just don't find. You know, I have all these dolls here
No.
to cover up all the baby oil.
Oh, man.
It's all. It's only like 4 dolls. The rest is like baby oil underneath it.
Greg's Fun Shop.
Greg's
Yeah,
Fun
the
Shop.
best jokes with no punchline.
The best jokes with no punchline.
Yeah. But then after that, I think you went off to do your thing, and I might be messing up with the dates, but that's probably around when it was that year, 2014,
something like that,
or
yeah.
12.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
And anyways, after that, I ended up coming here. I stayed with Rabbi from Circle.
From We Buy Souls.
Yeah, from We Buy Soul.
Oh, I remember him.
You remember him,
Yeah.
right? He met up. We were hanging out at a show at the Beyond the Streets
the best,
gallery,
man.
and I was like
Lovely
trying to
person.
like tell him.
If you can't sell your soul to Rabbi, please just sell it. It's good. You don't need it. And he's gonna probably do some good art with your soul, so
Yeah.
you should sell it. Yeah.
What does he pay? Do you know?
I don't even know, man. I want one of those signs, but I'm telling him he needs to make it in Spanish, and I'll start putting them up in Mexico for him.
What's the How would it say it in Spanish?
Compramos tu alma.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would freak people out though in Mexico. I think.
Yeah, that's why I want
Right?
to do it. Yeah. But anyways, so I was staying with him. He had a sick loft with a storefront on Hollywood,
I remember.
and he got us the opportunity to paint the bunker
The Tool.
for Tool.
Yeah, I wonder if it's. I haven't been by there. and
It's
so
there, bro.
It's still there.
It's there. Yeah.
Me, you, and Chase, right?
Yeah, and our portraits are on the wall.
That's pretty crazy.
Our portraits are on their wall, and they're still using that placement.
That's
So,
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Remember
was,
one of the guys came outside. I forget who it was. Not Maynard, but one
no,
of the
the
guitar,
guitar player.
And he was like, "Oh man," he's like, "This is cool," but everyone always tags over it. But
No, they
I
haven't.
guess nobody's tagged
No,
over it,
not
right?
anymore.
That's awesome.
Not anymore. Yeah, and we got to meet Danny too, the
Yeah,
drummer.
the drummer. Yeah, I
And he
remember
would
that.
always come in with like a different car, like dope ass rides, or like
I remember that.
like a Harley with a sidecar next to it.
Yeah, that
and
was such a weird time, man, because that was like
I remember.
that was like right the day before or that day, like Dust passed
Yep,
away.
Yep,
So
I remember.
that was a huge thing. And then, yeah, man, that was such a crazy, and I was like, I just moved here.
Yep.
And that was crazy, man. And we also went to, I was telling you earlier, I was telling you I still have it. I wish I could easily get it. I'll show you afterwards, but this is kind of a funny story. So around that time, we decided to go to Disney.
Yep.
And didn't we take the train? I think we took the train.
The one time we went with
Just me and
Serge.
you.
Oh,
No, me and you went, and then, cause remember, like Lisa was supposed to go, and then she didn't.
Yeah.
And then me and you were there.
Yeah, we took the train.
We took the train, and then Serge got us in, and then I remember we spent. And this was when shit was open till like, I think the park was open till like 1 a.m. or something. It was open like super late. So I remember that had been my second time I had been to Disneyland since I lived here.
I know what you're talking about now.
And then I remember like I went into the magic shop and they had that collection of magician business cards.
Dude, you broke my mind a little bit that day. I want you to know you traumatized me a little bit.
I think I traumatized myself.
Yeah, dude.
In a way.
What you did was crazy.
Yeah, it was super crazy.
But it was powerful as fuck, I'm going to say. I'm going to let you tell the story, but...
No. So I'm in the magic shop, and I had just been there like maybe a few months ago, and so I was like, why didn't I buy this book of cards? And it was like, I think it was like $4,000 or something.
Well, I remember like you going in and seeing it and asking for the price. And they actually had to really go deep and try and find that price. Yeah, that's how I remember it. But
it was something crazy.
Like we went in there in the beginning. And so going through that main road, we went into the shop.
Right.
I actually stole a pin. And then
that's why they don't want foreigners here.
Well,
that's why we're going to that's why we're going to Universal this time.
Dude, I have a problem with shoplifting, I gotta say.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Like serious. Like I have an issue.
Yeah.
I do it a lot.
Well,
I've been doing that shit since I was like 13.
Well, I was gonna say, be careful here, but
no, it's good. Yeah, it should be fine. It's always small trinkets. I always play dumb. Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, and now that I have Nena, I have like her side pouch, dude. She's a shoplifter too, man. Yeah, she's awesome. But anyways, So I remember we went in through Main Road, and then we walked in. You saw the book.
Yeah.
You asked for a price. They said, "No, man, this is decoration. This is not supposed to go." And you were like, "No, I need to know the price." And then we went on and did our thing, got high as hell, did the rides, and then on our way back, we stopped back in. You were like, "I need to go back in. Let me figure out if they found me a price." And they actually did.
Yeah.
And it was a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember how much, but it was way more.
No, I think it was like crazy. It was like $4,000 or something
crazy, dog.
But then I remember at a certain point, because I remember what happened was, we went in there, and then I went in again, and then the guy was like, because I was asking him more questions, and then we went over to California Adventure, and then we started drinking. Remember? And then we got pretty drunk, and so I think it was like midnight because we stayed there. Dude, it's crazy to think. It's crazy to think about that now, because I couldn't imagine. Like, I was like, damn, I must have had a lot more energy like 11 years ago. Yeah, where I was like, man, what did we?
20s,
I was like, what did we do from like 10 in the morning to like? Like midnight, whatever.
Fucked around.
Yeah. But then I remember being drunk and like, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back to the magic shop.
Yeah.
And then the guy said something like, I remember what it was too, because remember we were trying to get Serge to use his discount.
Yeah.
To use his employee discount. And then they said something like, oh, if you don't buy it, like our manager's going to just take it back because he doesn't really want to sell it. And then I was like, I'll buy it. And they were kind of like, what? And then I bought it, and at least I still have it though.
Did it get wet on Splash Mountain? Did you get it wet?
Well, no, it was like at the end
of the night.
Like at 12:30 in the morning.
But
or
we
something.
did go on it, and we did got wet.
We did go on Splash Mountain, right? Yeah. Pretty much.
That.
We must have went on everything. But that's actually one of my crazy. I think about that, and it was such a crazy story. And
remember the time that Lisa fought with the couple with the baby stroller and called them like Trump supporters?
No. But didn't you almost get kicked out for smoking weed?
For smoking weed.
And then Lisa was like...
And then Lisa was total like, G, man.
Yeah, she looked up the rules.
Dude, she made my rights. Like,
she got you out of it. You didn't get kicked out. We got to stay.
Dude. Yeah.
I don't think there's any rule that says you can vape.
We didn't just stay. So basically, I'm vaping down Main Road, and they're undercover Gestapo Disney police came and caught me. They're all wearing disguises and shit. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I just said it was my CBD for my anxiety and shit. And so they were assuming it was weed.
Right.
And that's where they were wrong.
Yeah.
Because you should not assume.
There was nothing particularly that said you
Right.
couldn't have CBD.
Exactly. And
Right.
so eventually they didn't just allow us to go on our merry day. They gave us an escort that was escorting us through all the lines for the rest of the
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Because it would give me anxiety to do that line. And so we were, and then they would stop us at particular spots between the rides
Where you could vape.
where you could vape.
Yeah.
It was the best day ever, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Gotta go to.
I think we
Disney
broke
with
the
a Karen.
system so much that now you cannot go
CBD.
into the city hall at Disney and require an anxiety pass,
Gotcha.
which we were able to do at the
Yeah,
time. Remember?
I know. Well, I don't think I've been to Disney since then without an anxiety. So
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
need to get the whole shebang, you know, and now it's become a little. I think, yeah, sorry. But it was
Yeah.
fun, and I do get anxiety. So
No, me too,
why
that's
I have
the
the
thing.
doggy, you know. But
that's also why I just don't go to Disney now because I don't want to
it's
like.
just
Yeah.
well, I don't know, man. With age, it's become a little harder to go to those type of massive
I feel like-
events and all that stuff.
I mean, it's
you
also
know?
one thing going with like your friends and the right timing,
Sure.
but then at a certain point you're like, yeah, it's kind of like for kids,
right.
So
Yeah, Disney adulting is a little weird.
it's a
I'm
little
not gonna
weird.
lie.
It's a little
Yeah,
weird.
it's a little weird,
But not,
I mean,
That's why we're gonna do Universal.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
yeah, we should go to
Harry
Universal.
Potter.
I
I
wanna-
haven't been.
Super
I've never
Mario.
actually like been to like. I went to like Universal once here, but only on like.
I want to get my wand polished. Do you think I could do that there?
Is that a euphemism? I'm not going to respond. This is the no punchline jokes here.
You're gonna like get your wand polish and gorge yourself on butterbeer.
Yeah, exactly.
They got a butterbeer. They got that bar with the big boars, big boar's head that's animatronic.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
never
it's
saw that.
Dope. Yeah, that's where you go.
Wait,
now.
what is it called?
Hogwarts
No, the beer. Is butterbeer
Butterbeer.
vegan?
butterbeer? You can ask. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's real butter in it.
You can pretend like it's vegan. Yeah, you know.
The Wizarding World of Heavy Vegan.
No,
Do you do butter on your popcorn?
Not real
That's
butter.
not real butter though.
No, that's just like oil.
Yeah, that's processed.
okay.
Yeah. Like it is kind of fucked up, right? Because like vegans replace so much like I guess is milk natural? Like not really. I mean it is from an animal, but it's supposed to be for like another animal. But at the same time, it's like we replace it with just chemicals sometimes.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's like it's not really good for you.
Butter's real good.
Life's just tough, man.
Butter's real good.
I love butter. Do you know the secret for like French cuisine, like mashed potatoes?
Butter.
Dude, like a third of butter.
Oh, so like
So
two.
it's like two parts of potato, one part of butter.
You said you've been growing potatoes in your garden.
Yeah, man. I
So have
threw
you
a
been
potato
trying?
in
You
some
tried
dirt.
that style
Yeah,
yet?
you're growing butter.
Yeah, no,
too?
I actually studied like French cuisine for a year in Belgium when I was like 18.
Oh,
you know?
really?
I
Very
did
good.
the whole
Very good.
hotel studies.
Is that where you have to stuff like a chicken and a turkey and a duck and the?
Nah, man.
No,
that's
but I've
John,
done
that's,
that. And that's
John
American,
Madden, man.
dog.
That's John Madden.
That's just American as
turducken.
fuck, you know?
What are you talking
But
about?
it's great, dog. It's great. I've done it. I actually done that.
Did
yeah,
you?
with my homie Jewel. Shout out to Jewel.
You got to know your mirepoix, your cream, your butter, you know,
Yeah,
little
dude.
salt, a little pepper, you know, you're
It's
good.
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I
A
love
little
the meats.
chicken.
What do you guys think about Arby's? Do you like going to
He
Arby's?
does a lot.
Okay. My dad fell in love with Arby's when we drove to Portland because a lot of the rest stops have the Arby's.
Yeah.
In
Do they got the meats?
they do have the meats in moderation. Make sure you eat some fruit after.
Oh, dude.
Because that stuff will
A
just.
lot
remember
of, a
once
lot
in
of
a while-
nitrate and
Yeah.
soda.
Dude, once
you
in a
gotta eat some
while, I would
vegetables and fruit.
Yeah,
grab
okay.
curly fries,
Yeah.
and those things they're so disgusting now. Like back in the day, I remember going to Arby's as a kid,
Okay.
and like I
Of
remember,
course.
How
like
long
I remember.
have you been a vegan for? Don't mind me asking.
Well, this time I've been
20
vegan
years.
since basically since I've lived here. So
Oh,
like
longer? Oh,
like
not
10
as-
years.
Oh, only 10
11
years.
years, yeah.
I thought
But then I
longer
was
than
also vegan from when I was like 15 to 22. And then from 22 to
You were eating turkey ducks.
Oh, dude, that's why I got so fat, because I was like going to like the 10-cent wing. Like, not only would I go to the 10-cent wing night at the this place in like Alphabet City, like Lower East Side. Like I would eat like 30 or 40 wings.
Whoa.
But you think about it, like 10 cents. That's
Wait.
like $4.
Okay, and then I have to ask. I've never seen you eat wings because I've only known you vegan. How clean do you eat it? Do you still leave meat on the wing, or do you eat them clean like an Asian? Like
I eat them clean.
I mean,
I like that because I judge people by how clean
like
they eat the wings.
like
you
a
know
Puerto
what I do?
Rican.
I take the double one. I do the little squeezy thing.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that then,
Dude.
because that was before the internet.
I know some people that eat the
I mean,
flats.
not before the internet, but before like
Fair.
like
Fair.
Like
yeah.
I've seen people eat the flats, and it's not even. It's still connected when they're
Yeah.
done eating.
Yeah,
And there's
you
all
just
this
suck
meat
it
on
all
it,
up,
and I'm
yeah.
like, no, they're
I don't
horrible
know,
at
man.
it. They don't
All
eat a
I
lot
would
of meat.
know is like I'd eat 30 to 40 of them,
That's a
2 or
lot.
3 beers, and then sometimes
Only?
there was this like little like ice cream place by like Thompson Square Park,
Living the
and
life.
I'd go get like a chocolate malted
Oh wow.
before going home and just sit on the
Oh, my
train,
God.
like a tall chocolate malted.
Wow.
After I just had 40 wings.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like real life Homer Simpson.
Well, you look good, man.
Yeah, no, I've lost some weight recently, but I mean, I appreciate it. I'm trying to. I need to exercise. That's like the hardest thing.
We do,
but I have
man.
been walking. Like this is like
I was
second
just
day
gonna
a second day in a row. I walk to work. you know?
Try a half an hour walk every day.
I do it. That's how it takes me about half an hour to
And
walk from
there you
home,
go.
and so I just
And it's uphill both ways too.
There
yeah.
you go.
I put on the headphones. I listen to some like
Just push
like
forward.
extreme right wing like
Yeah.
podcasters.
Yep, I got you. Don't
And,
tread on me. Type
Don't
of
tread
shit.
on me,
Yeah.
and then conspiracy.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all dude. I think this year is going to be the year, man, that we're going to find out the aliens exist.
Didn't they already say it though?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
They're gonna show up in the media, like they're
I
gonna
think
start
so.
being like, "Yo, remember these guys?"
yeah, this guy's he was an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Lennon. Yeah, they live. Actually, speaking of which, did you see like Justin Ishmael?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't ring a bell.
He's you know him,
Yeah,
right?
he's an artist, of
Yeah, he's a
course.
friend of mine and friend of ours. Like he's like an artist designer, and they actually he just got the license to make like screen match sunglasses from They Live.
That's right.
You remember They Live with Roddy
Yeah.
Roddy Piper
Yeah.
Obey?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
like I think with help with from Ezra from Middle of Beyond, they made these like the sunglasses.
Oh, so cool.
And what do you
very-
see?
I mean, whatever.
Everything, same
You
thing,
see
but darker.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing, but darker.
I mean, I think
Well,
you
it's
just
getting pretty dark out there. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like
Yeah.
here, it feels really good.
in Mexico does it not?
Yeah, I mean it's good though, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like shit's kind of gloomy lately. I feel like a lot of people need to start trying to put more happy out there. Like
Yeah.
that. I like the name of the pod, the Fun
Fun house, fun shop.
like,
Yeah.
we're having fun. This is
Yeah,
good,
it's like I guess because like when I've been set up or we do like shows or something, and they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, Greg's Fun Shop," and then
Yeah.
sometimes if it's like the right beat, I'll be like, "Having fun,"
Yeah.
and then
Well,
they're like, "Yeah," it's like so like when I do like the shows and like set up and stuff, I like to sort of bring this into the world,
Yeah.
because I feel like as much as like as much as I feel like a prisoner of all my stuff, it's also like something that I sort of like really enjoy and kind of like sharing with other people.
Have you ever thought about having a museum for all this stuff, or a place where people can actually come and like people that don't
Yeah.
have this level of
The problem
access?
is I became
like I feel very privileged.
yeah.
you
The
know?
problem is I became a dealer,
Yeah.
so now I just look at almost everything as inventory.
Right.
So, like for me at this point, it's like it's not necessarily about creating a museum, but like I guess in a lot of ways that's almost what this is at a certain point. It's not a
Sure.
permanent place, but it's kind of like my place of business. But also, if you come in here, I mean, I'm not really selling out of this room,
Right.
And this is more. It's like
Private collection type.
yeah, like Ronnie and I could do the show, and it's like I can bring people inside. I mean, that's also
Yeah.
why we haven't done any like with guests. We haven't done any guests like just from phone because it's more about like the
have you thought
experience
about
here.
showing it, like the physical collection somewhere?
Well,
At
the
some
one thing
point?
that I've been encouraged to do, and I've been working on like putting it together, but like I have a lot of friends like you know, we had Astral Eyes, you know, who does
Analog Outlaw.
Analog Outlaw, and I can't think Bibliomancers.
Yeah.
So he has a pressing, a label that, and a lot of the books they put out are like a collection of collections. So
Yeah.
like, you know, like one of the first books they put out was like all these covers and, you know, sort of inserts and cool parts of like paperbacks that had to do
Yeah.
with like witchcraft and magic from like the 70s, right?
Yeah.
60s, 70s,
Yeah.
80s, whatever. So that's one thing I'm working on. Like I'm working on like
Publishing.
more
in
like publishing
on
like
paper,
a flyer book or a
Yeah.
book of like photos or postcards or
so much
you know,
material
things like
here.
that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know, I think at the end of the day, like
That box of cuts, bro. Like that shit.
Yeah.
To this
Yeah.
day, man, I feel like that could make a movie.
yeah.
That could make a book.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those I sold or I put them, you know, I put a lot of the old like MC patches that I had in the last like punk auction that I did last
That's
year.
amazing, man. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
Even I mean, I feel like those auctions and their catalogs become a form of an archive of sorts.
I think the other thing too is like I don't mind selling stuff as much these days also because like, you know, because you sort of realize like life is not
can only keep so much.
guaranteed.
Yeah, man.
We're only caretakers for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, is it better for something to be out in the world and someone to get it and then post it on their Instagram
but
and
that's
be
why I
really
asked,
excited and then it's out there rather than like, you know, all the millions of things that are just like hiding in drawers here and stuff. It's like they're cool, but I mean, like I don't
You can
see
only
half
keep
the
it for
stuff.
so long,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I don't even know half the stuff that I like. You know, I mean, I know, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
there's
right,
so
right.
much stuff in here that it's like. So at this point, it's like I just want to keep it moving. But then it's also hard because I do like I love, you know, I love having it for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, I
You
get
know,
you.
so
It's a very particular urge, the one
Lifestyle.
of the collector and to keep stuff around. But then I met a few of y'all,
yeah,
like crazy collectors. Like my friend Lyle, he was a crazy tattoo collector, you know, and,
Yeah.
and tattoo artist as well. But through his amazing career, he amassed such an impressive collection.
I can
you
only
know?
imagine. Yeah,
It was insane.
I still actually, you know, luckily I still have in my collection. You gave me a Lyle Tuttle business card.
There you
I don't know
go.
if you remember, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still
for
have it in
sure.
my collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool because I mean his stuff's not easy to get.
and not super hard either.
No,
because
but
he
still, but it was also
so
cool that you
important,
got it
but
from
yeah, no,
from
that came
the
right from
family
the source.
and the
yeah.
source. Yeah. So
And
was he still alive when?
He was, yeah.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
even cooler that I got it
He-
from
he-
you because you
I
got it
mean,
from him.
He was alive when I got it.
Right.
I don't know if when I gave it to you.
No, I think he was still alive. Yeah,
But yeah,
but maybe not for much longer after
not
that.
for a lot
so,
longer though.
Yeah.
It was a very short-lived friendship, a very strong friendship, good friendship.
Yeah, that's
still-
awesome, man.
To this day, I really like cherish that
Yeah.
time a lot. You always have to cherish friendship, man. Like
Yeah.
there's something very particular to say to keeping in touch with somebody and deeply caring about somebody else.
Yeah.
And being able to share your experience and
Well, I think it's also too, man. Like I think I think about this a lot, and not even in a like try not to be in like a pretentious way, but
Sure.
I feel like like people like deep down, like I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Right. Like everything I kind of do is like my art in a way. I've sort of realized that over
Yeah.
time, and so when you meet other people who are kind of like true artists or like true like very or and not
They're
even art-
dedicated to
just
their-
dedicated to
yeah.
like the love of just like creating or living or
Yeah.
it's not about like obviously as we get older we need money to survive, but it's like never about money. It's about just like creating art, creating culture, experiencing things, letting other people experience the world like in other ways. And I think you sort of like you get drawn to those type of people, and then when you find somebody that has sort of that like purity about like art and life, then you sort of kind of like
And their approach to it too,
Yeah,
like,
but that's what I'm saying is I could totally see how like a guy like you and a guy like Lyle could become friends.
It was so fast,
because it's just like
just kinda
and
clicks.
I have other I have of course friends and artists like that, other people like that in my life that it's the same way where it's just like you meet this really like amazing like like legendary monumental artist, then you become friends with them and you're just like like nothing,
Finally you're in.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to do your thing,
Yeah.
like be yourself and
Right.
not try to take out more than you put in, like
Right.
I think there's always has to be like that's what I mean by true friendship,
Yeah.
and like actually caring about people and
Sure.
and trying
Yeah.
to create real bonds and yeah, it's
No, I mean, I guess that's been an hour, but I think that's a cool point to end on. Is just that you said something to me at lunch or to us at lunch that I thought was like you were just said tattooing had made you rich, but not just through money, is just like through the relationships and
for sure.
experiences. Maybe you could say it better. I mean, you kind of just did, but I think like a lot of people have to realize, it's like even like when I go to the flea market on the weekends, right? It's like I'm going and I'm buying stuff, but it's also like a time where I get to see my other like flea market friends.
Your kid too, man. Like when you go to those flea markets and you start finding stuff from your youth,
Yeah.
that brings you back to that
Right.
inner child
Sure.
that we're all dearly trying to keep alive because
Yeah.
they're trying to murder it in
Yeah.
every corner,
Yeah.
make you pay taxes and pay a rent or get married or have
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
baby
Of course,
or
of
take
course.
the dog for a walk or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though those are beautiful, the doggies.
Yeah.
But like responsibilities in general
Yeah.
can kind of make
Well, I
that
think that's the
inner
thing
child
too is
struggle,
not everybody can sort of live the kind of life that a lot of us live, and so
Yeah.
you sort of have to just like roll with it and kind of I don't know, find it where you find it, and when you meet like good people, just like
That's the thing. Think about how easy it was to make a friend when we were kids, and you would make a friend based on common interests.
right.
And as you get older, people kind of crush that feeling a little bit, and it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
But if you open up to that
Yeah.
same like
Yeah.
inner child discovery
Yeah.
type of thing, and try to connect with people as you grow older, that's crazy, man. Like when I met Lyle, he was 87 with a fucking tennis ball for a fucking lump throat
Oh, he had
cancer
like a
thing.
goiter or something.
Not really, but inside his throat there was
Oh.
a cancer thing the size of a fucking golf ball, probably, And he was still having this urge inside of him to go out on tour, say goodbye to a lot of his friends, or see them one last time, as long as he could,
Yeah.
and still meet people,
Right.
even
yeah.
if they were, like 40 years plus younger,
Yeah.
and still see like a glimpse of talent or something cool,
Yeah.
and then give out an opportunity and then still do the connection game, and like it says a lot, man, about
Yeah.
how you can keep your
I
creative
mean, that's how you have to
will.
keep your youth. I mean, I always tell
Yeah,
this.
dude.
I always think about this, and I always tell this to other artists. Is like, the most successful artists to me have always been the ones that have like, as they've gotten older, you see them like working with younger artists.
Sure.
Because that's
Yeah,
that's like
that's
the
a smart
secret,
guy.
right? It's
Yeah.
like punk. Yeah, it's like punk is dead unless you're like a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's like where all that's like all of our like raw energy and
emotion, yeah.
emotion came from us as like teenagers into our 20s.
Dude, I founded
into our
my first
30s.
company when I was 25, right
Yeah.
here. And it came from being drunk and being silly and
Yeah.
stupid and thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could take over that business and make it our way?
Right.
And
yeah.
that was the premise for
Yeah.
my first business that I ever tried to start.
yeah.
And it's still running. I don't make a dime of it because it's culture,
Right,
and it is
yeah.
what it is, but it's still running,
Yeah.
and people still run through it, and they get what they need to get from it, and it's beautiful. It's called Topo. It's a print shop.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah,
That's right.
A little shameless plug there,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
go
put it in.
check it out because
Okay. Cool.
and do something when you're young and still make friends when you're old, and
Absolutely.
yeah, keep collecting shit. Man.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, well, thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Topo.
Thanks.
He's going to be in town for a couple of weeks. So,
I don't know. Nena didn't even
yeah.
say anything.
we might have him on next week, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe he'll be back.
Yeah, so I don't know. Any last parting words, or we're going to see you at the 5th weekend, Long Beach, this weekend, or what?
I'm still thinking about it. I probably will.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't know. I was thinking of skipping it, but we'll see.
I got Respect tomorrow night as usual, and Saturday night is a all-nighter with certified groovers. More house music for me, so
All right.
I'm going to skip
I'll have
out on
fun.
Sunday. But yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So
Wear earplugs.
oh yeah, dude, I have them. I should start wearing them. But then you can't hear the women talking. I can't hear all the women yelling at me then.
Oh, well.
All right, guys. Thanks so
All right.
much. We'll see you next week.
Oh wait, Topo's trying to show one thing before he goes. Let's see.
Hold on.
Can you change it?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go. All right.
Order from Topo.
Take care, guys.
That's sick, actually.